Okay. I'm chopping the foliage and later to do about that. So we monitor it through the internet, to the texting. Each of the outsourced farmers, they need to text us every day what's happening on that. If you don't get your text in the next 3 days, my technical guy will be in your house, finding out what's going on. So this is the old picture of the farm. And we milk using either a machine, it's a portable machine, or by hand, depending on the number. If you are milking less than 100 liters, there's no point using a machine because you clean the machine half day. If you do not clean it properly, you get maggots the following day. So this is our farm. This is in 2000. This is how it looks like. It was before a depot for my heavy. I was in construction then. The plant was. I started with 5,000 pesos, getting a drum, a gasoline drum, cut it, and then I have a burner, the industrial burner used in restaurants. And then I have a milk can with milk, put it in the boiling water in the drums, and then getting a thermometer for if you're sick, a thermometer. If you get that 72 degrees, then it's pasteurized. So we transfer it to the container. I was looking at the good container, which is the one that you use in Shoktong, the bottle, Pacific glass. It's a nice one. So I bought that from the botejario, selling piece 1 peso, and then that's where. And then I went to where this patis fish sauce. You have a plastic yellow cover. I looked for the manufacturer of that, and I got a white one. So it's white all throughout. I got a fried, fried. It's 5,000 pesos all in all. Then I have a sealer from National Bookstore where you seal the books. That's why I seal the rubber bags. And that's when I started. And I started a milk feeding program and grew. So this is a start, but this was already new. We have a small Lipa half day. This is in 2000. This is in 2006. Then when I play golf, I pick seeds of mahogany. When I'm waiting to my turn to play, then I was able to grow a lot of mahogany. So it's now a mahogany tree. This is 2016. This is now how it looks like. It will be improved this year. We're putting up a milk bar. You have a cafe bar, a coffee bar. We're putting up a milk bar. When you go to Magnolia, then you have an ice cream house. When you go to there, you will have an ice cream gelato house. It's under construction now, but I hope it will be finished for the year. So, children get their milk delivered to the farm, to the plant, for them to have money for school, for transport and allowance to school. And we have this centrifuge. This is the centrifuge. It's so within the doorstep of the houses, we do quality control. And these are the suppliers, this is the cooperatives that goes to the plant. This is a regular thing. It has to reach the plant within 2 hours when they milk it. After 2 hours, it gets spoiled. So they need to bring it. So we provide also a cooling tank so that it can last. So our trucks can go around to the milk collection. We have milk collection centers in all 18 towns. We have milk collection centers. They bring it 50 kilometers or 50 yards away. And then that's where the quality control. And then our trucks will pick it up. By 9:30, it's processed in the plant. So before breakfast, these people have money because we pay cash. They don't want to accept checks. They cannot encash a check, so we pay cash. But Rustan is paying us what, 90 days salary. Franco has one of our top nut sellers. We process it, of course, testing. We are very strict in quality control. What I did here was I received an offer for machines, 7 million for a complete set. But when I saw the sample, it was made in Thailand. So I went to Thailand. And in my surprise, the Ministry of Agriculture, half of the entire head of the administration was graduated from UP Los Baños. So I asked how can I buy the machine because I saw it in the offer. And I was able to put this up, this 7.5 million offer of a certain supplier. I think it's very popular. I was able to bid it up with 700,000 complete set. By going there and finding out where it was. Now there are people now doing this. It's an improvement. So this is our certification for GMP. This is ISO of manufacturing, good manufacturing practice from FDA. So this is our certification from UP. Our yogurt has 19 million, not 19. 19 million live probiotic. I cannot show the others. We have that. Those multinational, they claim to have probiotic. You can have it tested if you want to. You buy their product, test it at UP, see the difference. Ours is 19 million. Our yogurt, you can go to Wisconsin, you can buy. Or we deliver. I have my calling cards given to you, so you can look at the back, we deliver at home. So we get the milk, we package, we deliver. It's in the supermarkets. We have more than 200 supermarkets. You can go anywhere, go to the dairy section, to Stan's, Robinson, SM, Hypermart, South Supermarket, Watermart. You can go anywhere, go to the dairy section. You see the product of the farmer, not my product. So if you want to help the farmer, buy the product. Of course, you make money on inside. That's right. So we have outlets, we have inline stores. We call it inline stores or kiosk. We have in Pampanga, and other supermarkets. We have in North Edsa, we have in Sihan. So we deliver. It's at the back of my calling card. And we participate in trade fair. That's where we get our institutional buyers. Most of the chef goes around the trade fair. We conduct quarterly. We have a yearly strategic planning in December, and we have a quarterly monitoring and planning adjustments every quarter. We have a 100-year planning horizon. I have my son as my successor, and I have a grandson who soon will be, in 50 years from now, will be the chairman of the board. My grandson. At 5 years old, he's now milking Carabao. So it's brainwashing. He rides a Carabao, my 5-year-old grandson, and I'm telling everyone, this is your future chairman of the board. So that's succession. It's 100 years succession. We have that planning horizon. We do 20 years, and then 5 years, and then yearly. That's how we plan. And we have a lot of challenges, but we adjust. So this is agritourism. We have visitors every week. Buses goes there. We don't charge anything. I don't know if we have to charge. But I'm very hesitant in bringing them to the farm because of biosecurity. You know, some of them might be bringing in, especially the wheels of the vehicles, is the carrier of the disease. So we have regular visitors like this. Students, they buy a lot of things also in the plant. And educational tour. Well, this is our competitive advantage to other countries. You know, the green brown thing, I can reach there in 2 to 3 days. I can be in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Vietnam, or Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur. The blue one, I had Korea and Japan. You see, New Zealand is way, way down here. Before it reaches the East Asia market, it takes them about 3 weeks a month. I can deliver fresh, they cannot. And we have forest areas that were all cut, and it was replaced by grass, which is the food of our animals. We have plenty of water, and we have no labor. Actually, it's free. We have a large labor force. We have a lot of rivers. Our buffalo, mostly our buffaloes in the country, they grew up in the riverside, in the riverbeds. That's where they get their forage. Very difficult in Batangas. It's not being urbanized, industrial. So sooner or later, maybe about 5-10 years, you have no place there to feed, to get your forage. So that's one of the resiliency plan that perhaps you should undertake. Sorry, this is finished. Now, comparative analysis for rice. In rice, if you are doing 10 tons per hectare per year, which is not likely because the average is 4 to 6 hectares, 4 to 5 tons right now, especially for rain-fed. So you make assumption, it's a high assumption, you make 76,500 per hectare per year. That's the net. Given a price of 17 pesos per kilo of palay, now the palay is 10 to 13 pesos because of the rice tariffication law authored by a Senator Chairman of Agriculture, who is also a developer. I'm not saying anything. It's really complicated, that assumption. If I plant grass, if I will just buy the grass for 2 pesos per kilo, but now it's 3 to 5 pesos per kilo chop. I'm getting the machine of Toto to chop the grass. No? It has a beautiful machine. You can adjust the sizes of the grass. So it becomes forage, like feed. And for the grass, I can make 1,080,000 per hectare per year. That's conservative. If you have 100 tons, meaning you have 10 plants per square meter of grass, that's 10,000 grass. No? So every 45 days, when you plant it, for 9 years, you'll be cutting it, 45 days each. Every 45 to 60 days, you cut the grass. So I make 1,080,000 plus 975, that's about 2 million per hectare per year compared to 75,000 per hectare per year. Going out of the box, you have a limited resource of land. Why plant rice when you can get 75,000, when you can get 2 million per hectare per year? Planting grass, there's no chemical. When it rains, grow. There's no pesticide. Our fertilizer is just the manure. That's why I cannot grow the mushroom. The mushroom you would like me to grow on the manure, but I'm using the manure for fertilizer, so I still cannot. There's that kind of mushroom that grows on the manure, as Mon said, and it's very edible. I have not tried it yet because I'm afraid that I get poisoned. But I'll try that. But I'm using the manure right now, vermicast, and I have it tested at the Central State University.
By the way, that mushroom was popularized by the Germans initially.
Germans. And I will have it tested tasted. Anyway, the urea fertilizer is 2,200 per bag now, 2,200. It has a nitrogen content of 4600 NPK. For our manure, we have tested it in the Central State University laboratory. It has 64% nitrogen, 4% of phosphorus, and 2% of phosphate. So NPK is a potassium. Sorry, now potassium. Anyway, that's all use the manure, which is more superior, 1.5 times superior than urea. So I use the manure. to fertilize my foliage rather than buying. So I had it spread, and then the tractor will till it, so it's spread, and then that's the fertilizer. There's no need for chemicals or anything because it's grass. It's grass. It cannot be stolen. If you have rice, there's a lot of hinihingi. You can really, I told them you can eat the grass if you want. So nobody's asking grass for that. The production, you can sell the grass and then buy. It's being bought. It's the Laguna dairy farms buy their forage in Pangasinan. Their forage cultivation, silage making, and feed concentrate. That's the feed production business. The animal care, you have breeding, calving, calf rearing, and fattening. For the male, you can fatten it and sell it in the slaughterhouse. And I'm sure Bombit will be glad to have the calf because that's the best that you can process, the calf. The buffalo meat is lean meat. It has no fiber compared to cattle beef, with a lot of fiber. It's red meat because that's why 100% of our sausages and what's this? Carne norte and corned beef. These are some of them are mostly buffalo meat because it's 25% cheaper. I don't know how you do it, but I know that buffalo meat being imported, $250,000 is imported from India. More. And that's what we eat. Sausages, hot dogs, hindi naman. Ano? Iba-iba. Magaling din si Bobby. That's why he's our director at the Philippine Chamber of Agriculture. He's absent last one. He was absent. Milk collection is a business. We have a collector. They get a spread, processing, packaging, collection, meat processing, leather goods, e-commerce. The scheme is what you have the shoes, the belt, bags, cow leather, so on. These are agri-tourism, of course. These are the Napier. This is 45 days old. The Napier. They call it pak chong because it was grown northeast of Thailand, near Laos. It's a town called Pak Chong. This is a super high Napier. It's a well, that's the old corn. That's a 45-day-old corn. One plant is 1 kilo, more or less. That's the so that's how it's look like. It's a combination of king grass, which is our native Napier, and the millet. Millet has a lot of protein, but king grass grows fast. So it was 6 years. There's a research institution in Pak Chong that merged this one, CrossFit. 6 years they were able to produce the super Napier. It can it's drought resistance. It uses nitrogen, which is a lot in our manure. So we don't use that. Cut and carry the best and so on. Deep fibrous roots, tropical perennial. So that's the characteristic of the pak chong. It yields about 90 to 120 tons per hectare. And as I said, it's commercialized in our area, and you buy it for 3 to 5 pesos in a sack per kilo. You buy it for 2 pesos cheap. So I cut the Napier using the machine of Toto, the chopper, so that it's like this. Because of the high protein, it says 16 to 18% crude protein. If you milk the cow, you need to replace the protein. And to replace it, you have to feed it with feeds, concentrate, which is about 20 pesos a kilo. But using this, 2 pesos, you get the equivalent. And then we add a little molasses and calcium for some minerals. And we have that. You can feed your tilapia, your chicken. It's because of the protein of the Napier. So planting Napier, you get 1 million pesos per hectare per year, and not planting rice. So So the people, when I was speaking in Ateneo, then they asked me, Mr. Fausto, who will now be planting rice for us? And I told them, do this farmer don't have a right to go to Ateneo like you? Why don't you go home and plant your own and let this farmer go to Ateneo like you? So he stopped. But just equalizing. So the Gini coefficient of our inequality is about 0.44 or 44%. So capacity gap, we have organization that I go to the farm every morning. I go to my farm. Lunchtime I go to talk to my people in the plant. After lunch I go to the barangay and I bring this raw chicken and then 2 soft drinks, 2 liters. Go to the barangay and I told the host, can you please cook me congee? You provide the rice and the luya. And then so we talk eating congee. I do that almost every week. I could be a congressman now. I will not lose. I have a lot of voters. But I don't like to go to politics. I just help. If you're running again, I'll help again. Jing, if you're running, I'll help. I help you then, you don't know. But I'm providing some value in your area. Anyway, breeding management, this is what we do this. Every time I go, I bring with me a technician because this miniature ovary, or this is how it's done. We bring a lot of different kinds of forage. So this is how it looks like. This is Nicopera, this is Malunggay, this is Tempier. So the people, it's the back of my house. So they didn't know it's a good forage. So we have to educate these people who have not finished elementary, more than 50% of them. Breeding management, lactation, hygiene, and so on. So we improve the knowledge of staff. The problem with our country is a lot of veterinarian that graduated, they became sales agent of veterinary products. Nobody in the ruminant, because some of them are in multinationals for poultry and swine. There's nobody in the large cattle. So there's no veterinary support. Animal husbandry is not present in the country. All graduates of the universities are in the multinational. So we have to teach our own people, staff in the farm, for veterinary and animal husbandry system. Technological improvement, we have access. Access to market is not a problem. We have guys and a couple like this who buys the product. We have a lot of loyal customers. So we have a base. Whether we are sleeping or not, our product is being bought in supermarkets. And we have a lot of institutions who buys tons and tons of cheese and yogurt. So those alone, you know them. They're popular restaurants, they're chains, hotels. You've been eating them, you don't know it came from us. They call it Laguna cheese, but it's all coming from us. And I'm sure you've been meeting, having coffee with one of these chains. So we study our soil. Artificial insemination is practiced. First 2, estrus, heating. The third is we put a bull as a clearing bull. If we give birth in 10 months, then it's the bull that did it. If it's 7 or 8 months, then it was the artificial insemination who did it. So we know who, because you will know who will conceive. We have forage, improve quarantine. We make sure that before we include them in the herd, it's put in a quarantine for a month to make sure all the study of, because we don't like to bring in sickness in the farm. We have to quarantine all new items. So we don't teach the member of the cooperative. We go and teach the family, the wife and the children, because they're the one left in the house taking care of the animal. The father is in the sabungan or in the tongit, no? O iinuman. So we teach those people that really take care of the animals. So it's the wife and the children. So that's Ricky Tamparo, Jim. There, Ricky. This is in Nueva Ecija. He went with me. He wants to have one in Arayat. You know, he has a place there, di ba? You know, sa asawa niya, he has a farm in Arayat. He wants to put up there. Yung mga brother-in-law niya, sama si Ricky. He's a partner. He's my partner. You are godfather to her daughter, and also that we are together. So we're compadre. We're together in the church. So, we have technical training. We go to the house, quality control. We teach the youth. We have a youth program, and they take care of the calf, the children, the school children in high school, so that they have allowance going to school. Okay? So we have a training. The children of the farmer, really successor to the farmer. It's about 57, 58 years old average age of the farmers. Nobody is enrolling in agriculture now. You go to the universities. There's nobody. So who will plant food for us? So we have our own training program to teach the children how to make money from agribusiness. And they're 15 to 30 years old. It's just like Rotary. I just come Rotaractor, the interactor thing. You know, bondit. Rotaractor lang yan. So, sanay tayo. So we have risk mitigation, we have insurance. If our animal dies, we get back the capital. We have strict monitoring, capability building, we go around, teach them professional management, value chain technology, strong brand, they have a good brand. I think now they have a strong brand. Outsourcing of animal care. All growing animals, we take it out. Any animal that is not producing milk is not in the farm. It has to be outside, you're out. Growing. Then when it's about to be breedable, then I bring it back and breed it. So this we have a anchor farm where you have all the milking animals there, and that's where we provide salaries for our technical people that goes around about 13, 12 cooperatives, 18 towns. Supply chain segments, and here's an example. This guy is already rich. He migrated to Australia. He's a rich guy. He started as a farmer, worker, then as a farmer sharer. Now he's an owner of a farm. Many of them, I would say, but majority of the farmers in New Zealand, they came from our farm. When I go there, it's a reunion of people that were trained in our farm. So we have purchasing power increase. It's a community. You have help because of the cash flow. You have poverty. Then you have small dairy farmer. Then you have dairy farm, income growth opportunity, and then you have housing, clothing, and education and health. So we're lucky. We were given by Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, most outstanding agriculture farmer, and by Duterte as most agriculture. There's money on it. He gave me money. So we had the field trip. Gave me money. Good money. So it does not only build strong bones, it helps build a strong nation. So I'm ready for some questions.
I have the honor to present a plaque here to our very important speaker today. May I just create the Management Association of the Philippines, Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation, present this certificate of appreciation, Mr. Danilo V.Fausto, for his invaluable support in the advocacy and promotion of agribusiness and countryside development, and for his commendable and selfless services rendered to this foundation as guest speaker. Given on this 21st day of May 2019, signed Ramon K. Sorry, Chair.
Okay, thank you very very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week.